Hello and welcome back. So in this class, I am just gonna teach you about the Bootstrap forms. So something about the forms. You must know that we can create the vertical forms, we can create the inline forms, a really interesting thing in the Bootstrap, and then we can create the form horizontals. Horizontal forms means I'll guide you all of the three forms of the form, which is actually called the form layout in the Bootstrap. The first one should be the vertical form. Well, the default way of creating the form in Bootstrap is actually the vertical form. So there is the container fluid, and I'm just gonna create the form element. Okay, I'm just starting the creating the form by using the form tag, the main form tag, and going inside. Or just before the form, I'm just gonna add the heading by using the pager. If you just remember that we just talked about the pager in some previous classes. Here the page, oh sorry, not the pager, page header. Okay, so there I'm adding any space, and then the h for h1. Okay, whatever you prefer, you know the best about your need. H1, and here I'm just adding bootstrap form designing. Okay, whatever. Now go to the browser and refresh. Now you can see that the bootstrap form designing. Go back to the notepad and go inside the form elements. And actually here, if you just remember that we have to use the table layout for creating the form, the perfect form, or we have to create a lot of CSS if you just want to create the if you just want to use the div for the forms. But here in the bootstrap we don't need to create anything, just need to type the div tag and then just mention the class of the form group. Okay, well, inside one group we just can put two things, the label and the input or the tag, the other tag, a form tag. How we can do that? First we have to add the label. Okay, and there in the first one's label I'm just adding the for attribute and then just putting the actually name. Okay, anything you want to type, you know the best about the about your need. There I'm just going to put the input type text. Okay, simple, this is perfect. But when I just go to the browser and refresh that, no, this is not looking like we just want. This is a simple form element, the input tag, without any bootstrap. So first of all, here I just have to type something just like your name or anything you want. And then the second thing is go to the input tag and put the class form control. This is the only class in the form elements, inside the form elements, for applying to the inputs, select tags, and the other tag like text area created by the bootstrap. Go to the browser and refresh that. Now you can see that your name, this is your label, and this is the input tag. When I just click there, now you can see that it has a beautiful shadow around the element and looking really beautiful to create a form. For now I'm just removing the container fluid. Okay, and then saving this, and now refresh that back. Now you can see that your form is a little squeezed and looking perfect. Well, for the next element, just simply copy the form group one time or a lot of time, whenever you want. Okay, so this is a name, this is your email, whatever you want, your email, your password. Okay, and there confirm password, anything which you would just want to put password. Well, for the email I'm just putting the HTML5's new element, the email, for the validating this text field. And for the password we use the password which is the old HTML's way, and for the confirming password definitely we should use the password again. Save and go to the browser and refresh. Now you can see that there are three elements perfectly aligned with the perfect margin and padding, looking beautiful. Okay, if you just want to make sure that if you just think that the height is the width is really huge of these elements, so let's just put these element inside the column. For example, I'm just going to the main form tag and just putting the class of the column md8 if you just remember, we just learned about the form elements, about the grids. Now you can see that these they are squeezed a little, but I'm not gonna put the class here because I just want to show you the form, how the form works. But the other thing is, I'm just gonna copy the form, the complete form tag inside with their this inside element, by the way. And there only one thing we need to do. First of all, refresh that. Now you can see the new form, then your name, and then, but before that, I think I should copy the page header as well and paste this here, and then just type h4 and the bootstrap inline form. Okay, so now do one thing in the form tag, adding the class inline, oh sorry, first the form, and inline means the form inline. Save and go to the browser and refresh that. Now you can see that your name, your email, your password, and your confirm password, everything is in the inline way, looking really perfect. I hope you understood about creating the inline form. The last thing here, the last one's way to create a form is the horizontal form. For the horizontal form, let's just simply copy this form again with the page header. Okay, and there paste it, and then just type the bootstrap horizontal form. Save this, and then just remove this class, or just update the class into form horizontal instead of the form inline horizontal. Okay, save this, and then in the every form group, first of all, let's just make the label and input as a column. For the label, I'm just adding the class of first of all the control label. Well, I'll just add the control label later on because I just want to show you what it can do. Just directly add the column D2. Okay, and then for creating the we have to create a new column for the input, so just simply add the div and then just add the class of col md 8 or 10, whatever you want. I'm just putting 10, and then just simply copy or cut this input and paste this here. Now this is more perfect. Well, I'm just gonna show you what I just did. Refresh that. Now you can see that this is what I just created: bootstrap horizontal form designing, and then your name, and you can see that the both elements are in the horizontal way. But why we just add the I'm just gonna teach about the control label. We have to add the control label here for the horizontal elements. Control label, why we just use the control label in the label if we just create the form horizontal? Because you can see that this is the column which has two columns, or this area has two columns, and this area has 10 columns. So the two columns area is starting from the very left, but when I just put the control label, now refresh that, now this is starting from the very right, so near by the column 10, which I just want. Okay, so now just simply do the same with the every element. So for now I'm just deleting these three elements because I just have to redesign the form. So first of all, I'm removing the text, okay, the extra spaces, and then just simply copying the form group and pasting this here, here, and here multiple times. I just pasted. Go to the browser and refresh that. Now you can see that it is looking more perfect. But instead of the form, the your name, I'm just gonna change this to making it more beautiful. The email and the password here, I'm just adding the password as well. Okay, and this one is the confirm password. Now save that and refresh that. Now you can see that your name, email, password, and confirm password, all of them is starting from the very actually ending to the very right, and just starting from the right way. So this is what I just want to create, and this is called the form horizontal. Well, there is still many things in the form elements we'll just talk about in the next class, so stay tuned and good.